So Alex,
You got something on your...
motherfuck, was it Bryce?
You don't have anything on there. I'm joking.
Oh my god, this is 2 in a row. Okay, Alex.
Yeah.
Billboard magazine 2 days ago listed their top 10 greatest rappers of all time. We're big hip hop fans.
That's true.
We tend to, know what's good, know what's bad in rap.
Okay.
We have people respect our opinions.
Putting a lot of weight on my shoulders here.
People do respect our opinions, though. People come up to me, and I'm sure they come up to you ever since you started making these reviews and ask us about rap questions. Our opinion, do you know this, do you know that? So, Billboard's top 10 has garnered a lot of controversy. Now, let's go through this top 10.
Okay.
And then we'll get your thoughts on it after. I know how I feel, but number 10, Lil Wayne. Wheezy was Billboard's number 10. Number 9, Kendrick Lamar. Number 8, Ghostface Killah. Lauryn Hill is at number 7. Number 6 is Andre 3000 from Outkast. Nas is number 5. Number 4 is Rakim. Eminem at number 3. Jay-Z is your number 2. And Biggie's number 1. Now, we're looking at this list, and I'm already seeing that there's some changes in your facial expression as I go through this list.
Okay.
Share.
Okay, there's obviously, we've talked about this previously, but there's obviously a gap between best rapper and then best selling rapper. Because when you think about a rapper, you could be talking about their talent, which there's really no way to measure, or you could be talking about best sales and things like that.
Yeah, I guess that just goes into what you look at when you want to say this person's better than somebody else.
When I think about talent only, Eminem is the first thing to come to mind, just because I'd say he's the best mix of flow and lyricism and rhyme scheme and subject matter. I'd say he's the best mix, but not the best in any specific area. Okay. When I think of best flow, I'd say Nas is the best flow of all time. Andre 3000 is definitely going to be number 3. Mm-hmm. So yeah, in order of best rappers skill-wise, personally...
This is greatest rappers. It doesn't specify skill-wise.
Yeah, I'm not going to get my top 10. My top 3 would be Eminem, Nas, and Andre 3000. I don't even like Eminem that much. I can disrespect him as an artist, yeah.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I like that they have Lil Wayne in there because I think that he's often forgot about, and obviously I enjoy him. I know. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying I like that they have it in there because I like that they're being like, hey, remember this guy, even though he's not a good rapper, he has produced a shit ton of music and put in a lot more effort than a lot of other rappers have put in. But like at the same time, I don't agree that he's in the top 10. Not at all.
I mean, all these rappers put in the same amount of work, or if not more work, than Lil Wayne as well. I mean, Lil Wayne just goes into a studio. He doesn't write shit. He just goes and raps.
That's like Jay-Z too, though.
That's like Jay-Z too. Yeah. But I mean, Jay-Z spends quite a bit of time on his album. Like he shuts down a couple weeks of his life. Does all his preparation.
Lil Wayne has more pieces of work than any. He is.
Yeah, I mean, you got to respect what he was done on the mixtape.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be in top 10.
But this is your top 10 greatest rappers of all time.
That's a big thing.
And there's a big person missing that I think is like the most obvious person that you should have on this list. Is Tupac.
I was gonna say Kanye, but Tupac also.
Oh, come on, Kanye doesn't belong on this list.
I completely disagree.
The 10 greatest rappers?
Yeah, throw out Lauryn Hill and give me some Kanye West.
Oh, come on. Lauryn Hill's a way better rapper than Kanye
But
West
if we're looking at rappers as being a face in the media, being a star, being like a hip-hop artist as opposed to just being a rapper. Kanye West is in the media every day.
Yeah, I know.
He's been one of the most influential rappers of the past 10 years. Absolutely.
He's had a great influence on hip-hop. And hip-hop culture and hip-hop music, but as rapping, no.
Skill-wise, no. I'm not saying skill-wise. I'm saying as a persona. I'm not like,
Yeah, as a persona, but this is not about personas. This is 10 greatest rappers
of all time. So we're talking skill-wise.
We're just talking greatest rappers. So it can be whatever skill that you want to measure. But I mean, like, are you really going to put Kanye ahead of Q-Tip? Are you going to put Kanye ahead of Ice Cube?
I'm going to say throw out Lil Wayne for number 10 and give me Kanye. I'm going to say I think Kendrick's fine at 9 because he's even though he's not a newcomer, he's kind of a newcomer and he's
holding it down for today. Definitely agree.
I think top 3 for sure in my opinion: Eminem, Nas, Andre. I'm gonna put 10 for Kanye. Q-Tip for sure has to be in the top 5. I'm not sure it would be 4 or 5 though.
I mean, you gotta respect Rakim. Rakim is the originator.
Yeah, it's
of
very
all these guys' styles.
yeah.
Because back then, hip hop was, I came to party, now I am gonna starty. Like, it was very like cheesy, corny, one-liners after one-liners, like very like A B kind of rhyme scheme.
Like a dungeon dragon. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm flying and I'm flying high, like LL Cool J, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I came to rock something my cock, like, you know.
yeah.
Like, you know, it was very, very basic until Rakim came on the scene, and Rakim was the first guy to go like put rhymes inside of rhymes, and put like that mastery lyrical shit that like Eminem originated from Rakim, Jay-Z originated from Rakim, Nas originated from Rakim.
I think Redman should be on here.
10 greatest of all time. I'll tell you who I would put. My greatest rappers of all time. I mean, you can't really knock Biggie for being number 1.
No, that's completely acceptable. Yeah.
You know, like, that's not where I disagree with them. I disagree with them with Andre 3000.
I don't even listen to Lauryn Hill. Who the fuck is that?
Lauryn Hill was one of the... She's the only female rapper to win a Grammy.
Okay.
To give you perspective.
Okay. But
she was really good.
I've never heard of her, though. I feel like if we were a top 10 rapper, I should have heard your music by now.
I think you should have heard her music. She stopped making music.
That probably explains it.
I think it was to do with like not wanting to like be a sellout and devalue her art for commercial success and things like that. There's too much pressure from record labels and stuff. And she was she was in the Fugees.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, I've heard. Okay, I've heard.
So you've heard her. She's gangster.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Like, she's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have told you that earlier. But I don't know if she belongs at number 7. I don't know if she. I don't think Kendrick Lamar belongs on this list, simply because he's only put out 2 albums, 2 killer albums, 2 great albums. But I don't think he's the top 10 greatest of all time.
I'm gonna take that. I say top 10 of the past 10 years. Kendrick's in there, but not of all time. Now that we're thinking about that, I'm thinking about how long hip hop has really gone back, and I'm putting like Tribe and Wu-Tang and Outkast into this. Kendrick does not belong here.
I mean, Wu-Tang's in there. I mean, they're like Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, but
you can't really argue with him being in there. But my number 1 would probably be Nas, as number 1, as who I think is the best rapper.
Yeah, like flow-wise and lyricist-wise, I think Nas is the best.
Lyrics, scientific rapping is all there.
Eminem has done more for culture. Not for culture. For white
mainstream.
Culture. Like white hip-hop culture, Eminem's done more.
Absolutely. He's a commercial success beyond belief.
Yeah. Which is just one thing that Nas never had because he never had
an award. Yeah. He never changed the style for commercial success. Nas was he was on Columbia Records. He wasn't their cash cow. He was like their this is what legitimizes us kind of artists as far as like being a hip hop label.
Like here, sorry, you finish your point now.
I would probably put Nas number 1. I would leave Jay-Z at number 2 because of things that he's done with his music and the way that he's exposed himself in a way, like, he knows how to rap in a way where it's relevant back in 1996 and it's relevant now. Because he's able to spin a sense of truth and honesty in his music in the same way that Nas does, where the music stays timeless.
In the same way as all of these rappers. But I don't know. Like,
but I'm gonna, and I think Jay-Z's skill.
If my Kanye still lies at number 10, my Jay-Z lies at number 8 or 9.
Really?
Yeah. I think like Jay-Z's top 10. Like when we look at rappers that we're always gonna think of. When you think of rappers we're never gonna forget. Of course, M's there. Again, I'm talking about Eminem a lot. I'm really not that big of a fan of Eminem. You have to respect him.
You have to respect him.
Nas is of course gonna be there. Andre's of course gonna be there. Anyone from fucking Wu-Tang is gonna be there. Jay-Z and Kanye, I would say, are also gonna be there. I don't think those are faces in hip hop are ever gonna forget, but they can't.
But this is about greatest rappers.
Yeah, but like when Jay-Z at number 2, I can't put Jay-Z in the same lane as Biggie or Nas or Andre 3000 or any of those.
I absolutely can, man. I think Jay-Z's lyricism is like off the chain. His wordplay, his rhyming ability, his freestyling ability. Like, he is a legit MC.
That is one thing he has where he just goes into a studio and raps at the top of his head.
Have you heard any of his freestyles? Like, just old ones? Like, him and Big Al? There was one that was out there a few years ago that was on YouTube. And it was just fucking amazing, the shit that he comes up with. And just, like, the way he tells stories, though. Like, that's one thing that I think is lost as an art form in hip-hop is the ability to really tell stories. And I think Jay-Z's way of telling stories was so unique, especially when he came out. And just the honesty behind it and just, I don't know, just, like, the way he just pulls you along with his words. He's such a master of his words.
I love Jay-Z. One of my favorite rappers for sure, like top 10. But I don't know.
But you haven't listened to as much Jay-Z.
What was the initial point we made with this video? Like, how do we intro this? We're missing who?
We're missing Tupac.
So Tupac's behind Jay-Z now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think with Tupac's style is a little bit different than other rappers. Like, he's not a lyrical rapper, but what he's saying in his music is important. It's important to be listened to, and it's an important message. As far as, like, if you're a perfect way to look at Tupac's lyricism and the way he raps is just to compare him to Biggie, because Biggie's got really, really interesting flow. He's got
super ahead of his time,
and he's still hot today because he's just able to rap over music so beautifully, and just his rhyming ability and his lyricism is all there. But Tupac, you can't say that Tupac isn't good, but you can't say that compared to Biggie they're the same way of rapping. Like, Tupac was a lot more simple with his rhyme schemes. He was not very lyrical the same way that these guys are, like Ghostface Killa and even Honor 3000.
Yeah.
But Tupac had a different element where, like, he could just speak to you. Like, he just had this amazing connection to his audience, to his listeners. And just what he was saying was just so real, just so honest, and just so, like, positive most of the time. That alone, and just the impact that he had, the amazing audience he had, like, he's still today the best-selling rapper ever. Tupac.
Today he's the best-selling rapper still?
Still ever, yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's like, all his albums combined, and he did, like, 11 albums.
For that exact reason, he is above Jay-Z.
For being the best-selling? Then that means 50 Cent's better than Jay-Z.
I'm just adding another aspect to the table. I'm not saying that's what puts him on the top 10. I'm saying that's another aspect that he has over Jay-Z. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he definitely has that over Jay-Z, and has that over Biggie, too. But, I mean, it's just, like, he's not the same strength as a rapper as, like, Jay-Z, Rakim, Nas, Eminem, like, skill-wise. Influential-wise, nobody comes close to Tupac.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if we're looking at all aspects here, if we're looking at a rapper as opposed to different sides of rappers, so there's all aspects of rappers being influential, surely has to be one of them.
Oh, it definitely has to be one of them. I mean, but that's not to say is Jay-Z not influential. Jay-Z's probably influenced every rapper out right now. And that's come on the last 5 years. Has to have been influenced by Jay-Z. Has to have been. How do you not? He was the best of his time, right? Jay-Z dominated from 1999 to about 2003. It was all Jay-Z. Jay-Z could do no wrong.
He didn't dominate. He came in and out. He did not dominate throughout the entirety of it.
No, he dominated, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
I think you're
dropped an album every year, man.
Yeah, but, like, not all of them were crazy good. Like,
from 99 to 2003, he dropped the Blueprint 2, the Black Album. He dropped
Blueprint 2 wasn't
the Dynasty.
You can't compare Blueprint 2 to Blueprint 1 and...
But, I mean, it was still a good album. It was still a good album.
I don't think... Yeah, but in that year, I don't think you compare that to other albums that came out in that year.
In 1999 to 03?
Wait, which year did Blueprint 2 come out? Was that 2001?
Blueprint 2 was 2002. 2001 was Blueprint 1.
Okay, what else came out in 2002?
I don't know. But, I mean, I'm sure there was an Eminem album out there. But Eminem dominated white America, and the voice of the ghetto and for Black America was Jay-Z at that time. Hands down. He was the guy. He was the guy at that time.
In the most respectful way possible. And you know I love you. You're my best friend. But in the most respectful way possible. I think you're doing what I do with Kanye half the time. Where I'm just like, oh my god, Kanye is so...
No, man.
I don't know.
Go out there and get the... Like, watch other top 5s, top 10s of other people talking about it. Like,
I just don't think... Like, he's definitely top 10. He's quite possibly top 5. I personally... Like, obviously, this is a personal thing, so we really can't argue this in public anyway.
Yeah, I know.
We do this,
I mean, like, I don't think you've listened to a lot of Jay-Z, though.
I haven't. No, I've listened to his full discography, but like I don't know. I haven't listened to his full discography a lot. Obviously, like, the only albums that I listen to a lot are probably Blueprint 1, and this isn't good. I've already forgotten the name of it. Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt is a fucking
yeah.
amazing.
That will always
every track.
That will always
like, that itself is like such a good body of work. But I mean, for these guys to make a top 10 list and put Kendrick and Lil Wayne in there, and not put in Tupac is the dumbest thing.
If we could, so excluding rappers we've already mentioned, so like excluding Tupac, excluding Kanye, excluding all rappers we've mentioned towards in this that aren't already on this list. If we could replace the ones we don't want in the top 10 with unmentioned ones, who would they be? Snoop comes to mind, like 90s Snoop maybe.
Yeah.
Like
Snoop comes to mind. Ice Cube comes to mind. Q-Tip comes to mind.
Yeah. Oh, we already talked about Q-Tip though.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ice Cube is another guy who comes to mind, who deserves this.
Yeah.
He could be on this list. I mean, you could bump Lauren and get Ice Cube on there. It just depends on what your flavor is, right? And then another guy who's been pretty influential. Some people would put him on this top 10 is LL Cool J. He has a lot of fans. Yeah. And he was pretty popular in the 80s. He pretty much dominated the 80s. But then
if we're doing all aspects, though, and we're doing lyricism and flow, like, yeah, LL Cool J is a classic, probably. And, like, he is respectable. But lyricism and flow-wise, you can't put him on the same level.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was before people were super lyrical.
I don't think you can put LL Cool J on the same.
I'm just saying some people would argue that.
That
he belongs in here. Big Daddy Kane is another guy from back then.
I'm going to say Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V. That's right.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And Chuck D.
We're forgetting John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
We're forgetting Drake.
Oh, my God.
But Chuck D, Public Enemy, right?
Yeah. Redman? Oh, we already talked about him, I guess.
Yeah,
but
like...
do you think Redman
I don't think he would be top 10.
Top 25.
Oh, guaranteed. He would belong in that top 25. Yeah. But they should have done a top 25. Otherwise, I think they pissed too many people off.
Can we see some more of the negative comments on here? Like Jay-Z, we got... here are the negative comments we got. Oh, there's only 4 of them. But it's... Where the fuck...
This is some random site.
Oh. Replace...
Oh, no.
Cameron?
No, come on.
Actually,
this guy's probably from Harlem.
I literally just said Cameron because I read it. No one said... Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I mean, you can definitely argue the placings. Like in my opinion, I think, for me, I think Jay-Z belongs in the top 3 at least. But I mean, like you say, you'd be 7, 8, or 9, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they belong on this list. But I mean, the 2 people that I don't think belong on this list are 9 and 10.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's a travesty right there.
Yeah. And, okay, just so to put this video to a close so this doesn't drag over too long, let's just... I'm not going to say make our top 10 in order, but let's just name, like, just people, like, if we could replace 9 and 10, who would it be? For me, it's Kanye and Q-Tip would be in there. And obviously I'd rearrange everything in there, but I'm not going to say what order just because it would take too much time. But the top 10 in no particular order would include Kanye and Q-Tip instead of Kendrick and Lil Wayne, in my opinion.
Kanye and Q-Tip. No Tupac?
Oh, and fuck. I'm replacing Lauryn Hill with Tupac. I'm sorry. I've heard like 3 or maybe 5 of her songs.
She's really good though.
But like this is personally though.
Yeah. I'd probably replace Lauren and Kendrick and Lil Wayne as well, and I would replace them with Tupac, obviously. Ice Cube is another guy who'd be in my top 10, and who else did I mention earlier? I'm just forgetting right now. Oh, Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's solid. I'm happy with that.
So Q-Tip, Ice Cube, and we both said Tupac.
Yeah. So I guess if we're meeting on mutual ground, we definitely got Q-Tip and Tupac.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can argue anyone else being in here. Like, I don't know. Like, you probably haven't listened to a lot of Rakim. I haven't either, but I have heard enough.
I've heard enough.
Oh, another rapper that could be on this list for a lot of people is KRS-One.
I only for KRS-One.
Listen to some KRS-One then. He's really good.
I want to see more suggestions, but I feel like there just aren't any other.
But there's so many rappers though, right?
There are, but when you think about top of all time, except for those 2 or 3 we can replace, there really aren't any more that are
But at the end of the day, like, what you're seeing for comments here, this is all what people's opinions are, right?
Yeah, these are all opinions.
Like, you're never going to make anybody happy. But, I mean, I think the one obvious thing that Billboard did, and I don't even know who made this fucking top 10 list, but come on.
It's starting controversy.
I guess it's getting them some buzz, but not in a good way. Like, people aren't looking at Billboard like, hey, we should, like, go to them for music because they really respect their opinions.
The people are visiting their site and feeding them money whether or not they agree with them, though. Like,
I mean, are we on their site right now?
We're on IGN.
Yeah, so we're not on their site.
Also,
this guy's picture is Seth Rollins.
That's weird. I'm surprised you didn't suggest John Cena. Anyways, you ready? We good? We good?
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Okay. So, yeah. Hey, if you're watching this, sup? Say something in the comments. What's your top 10? No particular order though, because that's just gonna start a lot of controversy. That's honestly the only reason why I think start mine. What?
Yeah. Do your top 10.
Like, in order?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So if you're watching this video, my challenge to you is give us your top 10
of all time. Rappers.
Best rappers.
No
trolling.
Yeah, and that
nobody's putting Drake or Lil Wayne in their top 10.
And that includes like all aspects too, as we're saying in there. That's not just like rapping skill. We're talking like how they were covered in the media, how they handled being covered in the media. We're talking their persona, fucking how many pieces of work, everything. Yeah. Have fun with that. Here.
Yeah.
I don't have anything I can. Yeah.
Your hat, man.
Here's a bone fucking fetch.
So, Alex.
You got something on your
Motherfuck. Was it Bryce?
You don't have anything on there. I'm joking.
Oh my god, this is 2 in a row. Okay, Alex.
Lord. Yeah.
Billboard magazine 2 days ago listed their top 10 greatest rappers of all time. We're big hip hop fans.
That's true.
We tend to, know what's good, know what's bad in rap.
Okay.
People respect our opinions.
Putting a lot of weight on my shoulders here.
People do respect our opinions, though. People come up to me, and I'm sure they come up to go through this list.
Okay.
Share.
Okay. There is obviously, we've talked about this previously, but there's obviously a gap between best rapper and then best selling rapper. Because when you think about a rapper, you could be talking about their talent, which there's really no way to measure, or you could be talking about best sales and things like that.
Yeah, I guess that just goes into what you look at when you want to say this person's better than somebody else.
When I think about talent only, Eminem is the first thing to come to mind, just because I'd say he's the best mix of flow and lyricism and rhyme scheme and subject matter. I'd say he's the best mix, but not the best in any specific area. When I think of best flow, I'd say Nas is the best flow of all time. Andre 3000 is definitely going to be number 3. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
ever since you started making these reviews and ask us about rap questions, our opinion, do you know this, do you know that? So Billboard's top 10 has garnered a lot of controversy. Now let's go through this top 10.
Okay.
And then we'll get your thoughts on it after. I know how I feel, but number 10, Lil Wayne. Wheezy was Billboard's number 10. Number 9, Kendrick Lamar. Number 8, Ghostface Killah. Lauryn Hill is at number 7. Number 6 is Andre 3000 from Outkast. Nas is number 5. Number 4 is Rakim. Eminem at number 3. Jay-Z is your number 2. And Biggie's number 1. Now, we're looking at this list, and I'm already seeing that there's some changes in your facial expression as I